Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today we're going to finish the project we started yesterday, and I'm so thankful that I started it yesterday because it frees up time both yesterday and today to do other projects that are on the top of my bucket list of things I need to do. So we are going to be canning strawberry lemonade concentrate, and I'm using the recipe out of this Ball complete book of home preserving from Ball, and it's on, I misspoke yesterday, it's on page 192 and right next to one of my favorite juices, which is Sunshine Rhubarb Juice Concentrate, and I won't be getting any this year because rhubarb is too expensive to buy. I don't know anybody that has any rhubarb, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll live another year without it. So I've got all my canning supplies out. I prepped everything, as you saw in the video. I got everything prepped yesterday. So now what we need to do, and I'll put a link, or I'll put a link to this book down below, but I'll also, I'm going to put a link to this book. This is super easy. It's 3 ingredients. So it's 6 cups of whole pureed strawberries. It doesn't say pureed, but if you don't do 6 cups of the puree, you don't get 7 pints. You only get maybe 5 or 6. So I would not measure your strawberries when they're whole or halved. It's just really hard to dictate. You need 4 cups of freshly squeezed lemon juice. That's what I did. And 6 cups of sugar. That is the only thing. So you're going to, working in batches, puree the lemon or the strawberries until smooth. Transfer into large steel saucepan as completed. Add lemon juice, sugar, stir to combine. Heat up to 190. So I've got my thermometer. I'll know when it hits 190. You don't bring it to a boil. You do 190. And then you start jarring it up. My jars and my lids that need to be heated up are over here in the steam canner. They've come out of the dishwasher. They're nice and clean. Now they're going to be put to use in the steam canner, and this is my new steam canner. Yesterday as well, I went ahead and I got it regulated, so my gauge up there, I know where it needs to be. So come on in and let's get this put together. So easy. And then it's going to can for 15 minutes with a 1/4 inch of headspace. Super easy. And I'll be using what? Yes, my favorite jar and lid company, 4 jars. So 4 jars, if you go to the link down below and you use my coupon code, you're going to get a discount. But literally they have the mat I stand on, which is the best anti-fatigue mat I've ever had. They make kitchen towels. They have a pressure canner. They have timers. They have the lid or the jar openers, just like I have the Pria lid. They've got bundle deals, and their prices are wonderful. You can store 100 lids. This is 100 lids in this package when it's full. It's almost empty, but I can a lot. So 4 jars for the win. Okay, and I'm telling you, they're rings. If you get a few of the sets of the lids and rings, hang on to those rings. They are phenomenal. They don't degrade like the other rings do. They've got a thicker metal coating on them, so they really do last. I don't put mine in the dishwasher, and I don't put vinegar in my canner. So we don't have hard water at all. It's really kind of nice. So the lids, though, even when I was putting vinegar in the canner, they last a long time. And if you think about it, if you have 400 jars of food down, in your basement or garage or wherever you store your jars, you don't need 400 rings. You literally need a double stacked canning session and maybe another canner. So maybe you might need 30 or 40 if you're going to can that much at one time. So dictate the most you would ever can at once and do the 2 different sizes and get rid of all the ones that degrade or are no longer any good. And so let me bring you in close. We're gonna get started. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to try this strawberry lemonade concentrate. And I've got a confession. I went and bought, because they were on sale, I bought 10 more pounds of lemons. So I'll probably be doing another batch, maybe 2, because strawberries now are coming in. So I can pick up some more strawberries tomorrow. I'll have a little bit left, but yeah, more cannon lemonade concentrate. Come on. Okay, so I already measured out my 6 cups of sugar into my heavy bottom. This is a 5-quart stock pot. It's a Cuisinart curved. I've had this thing for about 8-9 years, and this was money well spent. These are beautiful pans. They polish up gorgeous. They're just like the day I bought them. And I've got the 12-quart as well. So, okay, so I am going to, I'll put the lemon juice in there. I needed 4 cups of lemon juice. My mouth is watering every time I even look at this lemon juice. I'm like, Ooh, and it's got some pulp to it. I'm so excited. Not much, but a little bit. Okay. And now I'm going to need this measuring cup because, well, I need the strawberries, and I know there's more than 6 cups of this puree. So we'll bring this a little closer to the party. I need 6 cups of the puree, and it's kind of thick, but it's going to get, all of this is liquid. Sugar melts into liquid. So, smells like strawberries. Can you use frozen strawberries? Yes, you can. There's no reason you can't use frozen strawberries. Okay. Into there, there's 2. And then you can have restaurant quality strawberry lemonade, you know, the kind you get at the restaurant that you go, oh my gosh, there's little bits of berries and lemon, and it's so good. Yeah, this is it. Okay. My mouth is watering. Oh my gosh, 2. I wish I could use all of this. I don't want to skew the recipe. And that's the one thing when you're canning safely, stick to what the recipe says. Because why? Because that's what was tested. It's not been tested safe to use it any other way. So, okay. And again, this, ooh, I don't have a spatula. Hold on, I don't want to waste any of this. Let me grab myself a spatula so I can get that out of there. Okay. Yeah, that's wasting. That was a good couple tablespoons, probably 3 or 4 tablespoons of good puree. You want to, I'm like Paula Deen, don't waste anything. She's a woman after my own heart. Okay, that's good enough. And we'll get some water in this just so it doesn't get all icky on me while I'm waiting. Okay, I'm going to bring this over to the stove. We're going to put this back in the refrigerator because I'll be doing more this next, well, probably tomorrow. I might get the juicer out and juice the lemons today, but I'm definitely going to be making more of this because 7 pints, it really, you double when you reconstitute it. You add equal parts. So if a pint is 2 cups, you're going to add another 2 cups of water or club soda, or ginger ale is really good. Sprite. You can dress it up any way you like. I really enjoy some Perrier water. And my favorite thing, if you want to see how I drink this, leave me a comment and I will show you the best. And you can make margaritas with this. So we'll change the subject now and get over to the stove. Okay, so we're gonna just check what the starting temperature here. It's been on the stove for a couple minutes. It's only 60, right around 60 degrees. We got a ways to go. So that's gonna be very handy to have. We need to bring it to 190 That is not a boiling temperature. It's a cooking temperature. And you can see my steam canner. It's got steam coming out. It's actually right where it'll be canning at a pretty low temperature on the oven or on the stove, but hot enough inside. And these are so wonderful. I'll leave a link to this stainless steel one. I have the aluminum one as well, but I've seen them pit all the way through. The aluminum degrades and you get a hole in the bottom of your canner. Right in the middle of your canning session would just be awful. Or you go to fill it and you're like, wait a minute. So I just decided I'll have that as a backup to heat up jars, but for, we don't have hard water, so I wouldn't worry too much. And we're going to get a little bit of foam with this. See that? But I have a trick for you. And I saw this on Renee's channel. One of her subscribers told her about it. So we're going to get all that foam off of it once we get our jars filled. And I'll show you how. I'm going to get myself a paper towel and some vinegar to wipe the rims of my jars. And yeah, we'll be ready to get this party started. I'm excited. Okay. Look at how pretty and pink that is. It's actually smells like strawberries out in the field. I'm excited. All right. I'll be back when it's ready. Time to get my lids out of here. Whew, hot. You know what? I need a little bit of help because that's really hot. Even though that's a silicone measuring cup, it's hot. So we'll put that over here. And you want to heat your lids up according to the canning, the jar box. The 4 jars box tells you to heat your lids. So this has got my jars nice and hot. I'm going to take my jar over and we're going to get started. So let's get a couple jars at a time and I'll get you set up. Okay, so we're all set up and I have my beautiful strawberry lemonade concentrate mix all ready to go. I'm just scooting things over. And look at that. Isn't that a beautiful towel? And these are a great waffle material. They're very absorbent. They wash up beautiful and they're huge. And they've got a little thing on the in the middle where you can hang them up on a hook. So really good quality towels at 4 jars. Okay. And oh, and they also make canning funnels with strainers in them. I have got to remember to unpack mine. I just haven't tried to unpack a whole bunch of stuff because I'll have to pack it back up. Hot jars, hot liquid. We need 1/4 of an inch of headspace. And I'm so excited. The 4 jars funnel has a measurement on the side for you. So it's very easy to see what's going. Oh, ow, that jar is hot. So 1/4 of an inch, that looks more like a 1/2 an inch. 1/4 of an inch on this is 1 step up. And you literally are putting your straight up and down. You're going to put that straight up and down. I am. Okay. Oh, my mouth's watering. And I still need a little bit more. Oh, I just got some on my towel. No. They wash up really good. Okay, there you go. So 1/4 of an inch. I mean, we're not leaving much room for any shenanigans. And you're going to wipe the rim of your jar. Feel for anything that might not feel right to you. And I might need a new vinegar soaked towel here in a second. Anything that doesn't feel right, go ahead and okay, get yourself a lid out of that hot water. This is where the magnet comes in very handy. Center that on your jar. Get a nice ring. Both are 4 jars, lids and rings. And if you have a ring that gives you the business, get rid of it. Because chances are it's going to give you some more business and you're not going to get any sealed jars out of it. So in the canner it goes to wait. Look how beautiful that is. And it's probably going to separate. You're going to have some floaties because there's still chunks of fruit. This didn't get pureed like if I did it in a Vitamix, which I didn't want. I want to have that pulp. I didn't have a lot of lemon pulp, but I want strawberry pulp, so hot jars. And I just keep rotating and doing the same thing. Now, I don't have any real foam, but if you did have foam, the trick I was talking about, I was kind of anxious to use it, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get to. To get foam off, let's say your jam or your jelly and your canned stuff. Perfect. You can use a basting brush and it'll scoop that foam right off for you. I thought that was a very nice hack that a lot of people can use. And you can feel through the paper towel that, you know, that is a clean, nice rim. Okay, I'm gonna get this one, center that onto my jar. I'm super excited. We tasted this pulp, my husband and I, and it's so good. Very strawberry. Which is exactly what you want. Okay, and now we're rotating through hot jar, hot lid, and hot. And if you've ever canned this before, leave me a comment and let me know. And let me know how you like to mix it. Do you just mix it with plain water and ice? Do you mix it with, you know, another beverage, soda? What do you do? I am curious. I will have mine with Perrier water, pretty sure. A little more. And a little more could just be a tablespoon, but, you know, in the scheme of things, when you're looking to mix up your lemonade, you're going to want as much in that jar as you can possibly come up with. Oh, so pretty. I'm so excited. I wish you could smell this. It's like sensory overload. Okay, this lid may be giving me the business. Nope, it went on. Yeah, you just want to make sure you got a good, just finger tight. You don't want to go past that resistance mark because then you're, you take a chance on buckling. And be very careful not to tip your jars. Not on the way to the canner or on the way out of the canner. And these are going to can once that steam canner comes up to the correct spot for my altitude, which I have marked. Then we're going to start our timer for 15 minutes and then we'll let it rest in the canner for at least 5 before we take its hat off. And perfect. Oh, yum. Okay. Okay, and get your magic wand. Get your magic ring. Put on your magic. Super excited. Okay. All right, I'm going to rinse and repeat until I've got all 7. And if I don't get 7, I will let you know. But we're getting there. I'm hoping we get 7. Because I measured things out exactly the way they said. And it doesn't look, I don't know that we're going to get 7. Who knows? Okay. Off to the next jar. There we go. There we go. And I'm not debubbling because this is a liquid. Yeah, that's not something I do. I've seen people do it, but there's no reason the bubbles would not change. The bubbles are going to come to the top on their own. There's nothing blocking them from coming to the top. So, and fingertip tight. I feel like I went a little tighter on that. Okay, here we go. Now I feel like, oh, I should just take you along for real time, because now it's going to be in suspensive. Do we have enough? Do we have enough? I know Renee only got 6, I believe 6 jars. I'll be disappointed if that's all I get. But at least if I know, I know, and I think that's all I'm going to get is 6, not 7. That's kind of a bummer. And I'm going to now, because I know this is my last jar, I'm going to go ahead. Please spill to the toppy tippy. Ooh, look at that. The tippity top. I did. Okay. 6. So peculiar. Okay, and I'm going to save the 2 tablespoons of juice that's in there, or what's left. I'm going to save that, mix that up with a little bit of spring water and an ice cube, and give you a taste test here. So, 6 pints, which, ooh, don't do that. We gotta wipe this rim. Sometimes, you know, you get ahead of yourself and you think, oh, did that? No, it did not dip. But I'm gonna make sure. Okay. You get going and you want to get ahead of yourself and you forget to wipe the rim, or yeah. And it happens. I mean, it's not, usually it's not the end of the world. I know I've done it, but usually because I'm filming and talking about what I'm doing. So, okay, in the canner it goes. And I will get that last jar out. Wait a minute. 3, 6. Oh, I did get 7. I had 8 jars in there. That's funny. I got 7 pints exactly. I had 8 jars in my steam canner, thinking if I had an extra for some reason, I would have a jar already clean, hot, and ready. That's funny. Okay, let's go over there. Okay, so that was silly. I'm so glad that I got 7. And almost, I mean, within a tablespoon of 7, literally. So I'm going to turn this back up to where it should be. And I have an extra hot jar. I'm going to put my lid of the steam canner on. And I've got the vent hole facing this direction because that's where it needs to be. My red arrow here on top is where I know I need to start. Once it gets to there, I need to start turning the burner down to where it will do its job, but doesn't have to go 90 miles an hour. And then I can start my timer as soon as it reaches that temperature. We got a nice plume of steam coming out and we're ready to go. And what a great invention. Literally, this, I can lift the whole thing with water so easily, which a big water bath canner that you have to load and cover the jars. It's very heavy. It's a lot of water. And I'll let this water cool all the way down. I don't put vinegar in it, so I can reuse it. I'm going to water plants. I'm going to water the dogs. It's all good. We'll water something. Okay. And now we wait. All right. We'll get it nice and hot. And I'll be back when I'm taking them out. Remember, 15 minutes once they come up, and then a 5-minute cool down, which I will probably put a spoon or something under that lid to let off some steam to get them acclimated. You don't want to siphon, because when you cool down too fast, they siphon, even in a water bath or a steam canner. All right. Okay. I just started my 15-minute timer. And this, there was about 2 tablespoons of syrupy juice at the bottom of the pan. But I scraped anything that was on the sides of the pan, I scraped that down with a spatula and added it to this. It's just the pulp that stuck to the side of the pan. And And then I added enough spring water and a couple ice cubes to it. It's delicious. It's sweet, very raspberry, very strawberry, more strawberry than lemon. How wonderful. And honestly, you could add some fresh chunks of strawberries if you wanted, or you could add a squeeze of fresh lemon if you wanted to as well, if you wanted it more lemony. Yeah, that's summer. All right, I can't wait. I'm gonna have so much fun having this on the shelf. And now that I know I love it, guess what? 7 more pints are going on the shelf as well. So we'll have 14 pints, which doubles. It's more like 14 quarts of lemonade. And I'll try to figure out the cost. This one was pretty cheap. I got those lemons very reasonable. So, so that would be 3. So 9 and probably maybe $12 to make all of this. But this represents 7 quarts of strawberry lemonade. So 7 quarts, we'll break that down. And yeah, delicious. And you can't buy anything like that. It's going to have artificial flavors, all that stuff. This does not have any of that. And high fructose corn syrup and no. I know I'm going to get asked, can you make it with monk fruit sweetener? That's not an approved recipe. And I've found, yeah, I think you'd be risking it not being safe to can, so I wouldn't do it. Just saying. Find a different way or make it fresh and use monk fruit. Totally. Make fresh strawberry lemonade and drink it, or put it in the fridge, put it in the freezer even. You can freeze that. That way you could use these measurements and freeze it and use your monk fruit. But yeah, I wouldn't try to can it. That's not deemed a safe, stable, shelf-stable way to go. So, okay, we're just gonna wait. Whoa. We're gonna wait, and when this canner is done and I can bring them out, I'll bring it back. Hey guys, we're done. And as you saw, it's so delicious. I probably, because I like that tart, I like tart better than sweet, I probably will add a little bit of lemon when I mix it up. But these have been sitting here for almost 10 minutes with that lid, just like I had it, to let these kind of acclimate, because it's a little cooler in here. And you've got all your pulp comes to the top, and don't tip your jar when you're bringing it out. But all your pulp's to the top, your juice is at the bottom. When you open that, you're gonna shake that up, shake it. And I believe some of these have already sealed. That one has not, that one has not. And they don't make a lot of noise when they seal. But you can see if the button is popped up or go down, or it's down. So 7 beautiful pints of strawberry lemonade concentrate. These concentrates are so wonderful. I'm not even joking. They are absolutely wonderful. Okay, so 7 jars of strawberry lemonade concentrate for your pantry shelf. I hope that it inspires you to try your hand at home canning. I hope that you'll go over and check out 4 Jars, because it's one of the best companies to deal with. If you ever had a problem with your lids or anything, they would do the right thing. Their customer service is over the top, the best. So anyways, another successful canning session here at Linda's Pantry, and I can't wait to show you the next goings on over here. It might be something really delicious, some baking. I've got lots of stuff on the roster, and if there's something you want to see me can or cook or bake, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. and I'll see what I can do. All right. Bye. So I hope this inspires you to start canning for yourself. And if it does, leave me a comment down below, and I hope you subscribe to the channel.